Someone else want to do an intro? I'm eating a cookie.
Hey guys, it's
No,
Caleb.
okay, no energy. Hey guys,
What
listen.
the heck?
Hey, let me. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. You guys tickling each other or something?
No, you.
Oh, man.
You
What
broke
am I
for a
doing?
second.
Dude, you just had a six
Had a
read.
stroke.
Hey guys.
Hey
It
guys.
was the exact same tone too, man.
Oh. Hey guys. So. Hey. Hey guys.
Oh, this is gonna be such a long podcast.
All right, you ready? All right, here I got it right here.
This is
Alright,
gonna be the
alright,
hardest
alright,
one to edit for
alright.
sure.
Dude, it's the hardest I. No, wait, no.
Oh, hello there. It's me, Gary, the monster from under your bed, and your new spooky friend through the month of October. You are listening to the We're Not Experts podcast with Noah, Caleb, Jonah, and our special guest through the month of October, Carter. Happy Halloween.
Hey guys. So, I may or may not have fallen asleep during the outro of the last podcast. So today's the redemption arc. It's even later. I actually slept last night,
Give
and
him
I'm
the time.
here, and I have energy right now.
I don't.
At the beginning of this intro, it is 1:34 a.m.
1:35.
1:35 just changed.
1:35 a.m.
It's pretty late. And I'm feeling great. I just seen The Killers. Got a lot of energy. We're talking about different scary stories that have to do with forest and like the Appalachian Trail in general.
No.
Or specifically, no.
No, I said yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. So
I said no, but I meant yes.
it might get scary because
We're sitting in the dark
this
right now.
might be the scariest topic we have. We're not very scary.
Yeah, we're sitting in the dark right now.
Carter's drinking his third Red Bull in the past how many hours?
Probably like 4.
That is so unhealthy. It's crazy.
My dude is gonna die down
I'm
here.
trying to take off some layers.
I spent 4 hours
Should take some
screaming
more
on the
off.
top of my lungs, so my voice is kind of dead.
Shout out to Brandon Flowers.
Yeah, so basically, like, this podcast might be a bit more mellow, but it's only because it's like
I got a
1:30
feeling
in
it's
the
not
morning.
gonna
It's
be.
only because it's 1:30 in the morning.
It's
I
1:30
got
in
a
the
feeling
morning.
it's gonna be up there.
I'm telling you, some of these stories I have like legitimately freak me out in the daytime. This one, so it's gonna be extra funny when we do it at nighttime, and I actually like start like physically shaking out of fear.
What? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so yeah, I was about to research stuff at one point, but it got to be like 8 o'clock at night, and I was home alone, and I was like, you know what? No.
Yeah, fair enough. At 8 o'clock, I was watching Johnny Marr
Mm.
from the Smiths play some music.
Okay, so I think I can set the tone here with some. It's not I don't think it's as scary as we're gonna get tonight, but it's just some Appalachian folklore stuff about like stuff like cryptid type stuff that's in the Appalachian Trail that people believe. So I think it's good to like get us in the mood for it. And then as the night goes on, we scare our pants off and pee ourselves and stuff.
I like to pee myself.
Yeah, so I don't know how many of these I'll read. I don't know how many of these are actually like interesting folklore type things about the Appalachian Trail. So I'm gonna read them all. I haven't read them. I'm gonna read them all, and then we'll talk about it or whatever. And whatever is interesting, we'll leave in, and whatever's not interesting, we'll take out.
Deal.
Smart. I like
Okay.
that.
So I'll start us off with.
I like the way you talk, baby.
I'll start us off with.
I like the way you are speaking, baby.
I'll start us off with.
I like the way your mouths move, baby.
I like your lip action.
Carter, you might need to be a little louder.
I like the way your mouth moves, baby.
Okay, I'm gonna start us off with the Bell Witch. The story.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
The Belt Witch.
No, the Bell Witch.
The Belt Witch?
The story of the Bell Witch is one of the most popular examples of Appalachian mountain folklore and it began in Robertson County, Tennessee. I don't even. Oh no, I did know it was there. Okay. This legend centers around the Bell family. The Bell Witch, who is thought to be a woman named Kate Batts. What? Okay, wait, hold on. It's centered around the Bell family, so you would
No,
think her.
keep going, keep going. It'll explain.
Okay,
I'm reading it.
He's
sorry.
read this
I'm reading
before.
it.
okay.
ahead.
Who is thought to be a woman named Kate Batts was supposedly cheated in a land purchase by John Bell, the patriarch of the Bell family. The hauntings began sometime between 1817 and 1821, when the Bell Witch would show up disguised as an animal such as a dog or a bird. Oh no. She would often focus on John's daughter, Betsy Bell, pulling the sheets off her bed or even physically harming her with kicks, punches, and scratches. John Bell grew so concerned by these violent escalations that he shared his story with a family friend, James Johnston. These names are so
They're
stupid.
dumb.
No, these sound fake. Yeah.
After Johnston experienced the spirit firsthand, word quickly began to spread. The Appalachian ghost story eventually became famous enough to reach General Andrew Jackson. Oh my gosh, that's a president, dude.
That's a president.
I like. No, I don't.
Dude, he's on the monies.
Yeah, he is.
On
Good
the
job, buddy.
monies.
Thank you.
According to legend, Jackson and his party set up their tents outside of the Bell home. One man, claiming he had knowledge of how to deal with witches, boasted that his silver bullets were keeping the witch at bay. To punish him, the witch set her sights on the man, giving him a beating that had Jackson's men begging to leave. Oh man. After John Bell's mysterious death in 1820, the Bell Witch continued to haunt his family. She even forced Betsy to break off her engagement with Joshua Gardner before eventually disappearing for good. Okay, Betsy definitely just didn't want to marry this dude, and that's why the engagement got broke off.
For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
There's no way that she's using this witch as an excuse. Some stories claim that she promised to return to haunt John Bell's direct descendants in 1935, but there were no reports by Nashville physician Dr. Charles Bailey Bell. Oh, in Adams, Tennessee, there's a historic Bell Witch cave.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I would never go there.
Let's go. Oh, never mind.
I
It's
don't
on the
mess with
Patreon.
witches.
If you guys are listening to this podcast like 3 years from now, it's on the Patreon. Go find it. You think the Bell Witch is real or fake?
Yeah.
No, real for sure. I believe in
Real.
witches.
All right, should I move on to the next one? This is one we all know.
Please.
Bigfoot.
Big foot, more like big toe suck.
I want it. Can we clip that? Can we clip Josh Carter's laugh and put it at the end of the podcast, please? Because that was pretty great.
Yeah, I'll try and do it.
Thank
was
you.
walking through the woods.
All right.
Saw Bigfoot. Looked at big hairy hobbit feet. Thinks of sucking them.
Are you writing a fanfic right now?
I saw his sweat glisten off his feet. Must have had a full work day today. I bet those toes taste extra salty.
His hands were just
Oh,
as big
man.
as his feet.
You know what they say about people with big feet. Let me tell you,
Big
the
shoes.
rumors are true.
Big shoes. Right? Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Bigfoot. Let's try and get through one more, guys.
I need to be at the same level of the mic. I keep dropping lower.
Do you want to wear these headphones?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Bigfoot. Tales of wild men in the woods date back to ancient times, including indigenous cultures and medieval Europe. But the legend of Bigfoot, a common figure in mountain folklore, began in 1958 in Humboldt County, California. I can't believe it was only 1958.
We're in California.
Yeah, that as well. Jerry Crew, a logging company employee, discovered a set of extra-large footprints in Six Rivers National Forest. Rumors quickly spread through the company, where the name Bigfoot soon caught like wildfire. Prior to the 20th century, Bigfoot was known by names like Sasquatch, a Salish word meaning wild men, or Yeti in Himalayan folklore. The Sasquatch was a hairy creature known for bellowing, stealing livestock, and shaking trees. I wish that's what I did with my life, just shook trees.
Just shook them
Yeah,
daily.
yeah. Many other indigenous tribes had their own version of a large hairy monster, but the myth of Sasquatch was the first to be recorded by European settlers. Since the mid 1800s, thousands of Bigfoot sightings have been reported all over the United States, including dozens of reported sightings in the North Georgia mountains. Today, you can celebrate this mythical Appalachian monster at the Bigfoot Festival in Marion.
There's a Bigfoot festival.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can we go?
Uh,
Do they measure your feet before you get
this
in?
this year's
Dude, I got
Like
Oh.
you're not allowed in unless you're like over a size like 13.
You got
Maybe.
them goofy 12s.
we missed it this year.
You got this
What?
goofy.
It was May
14.
13th, May 13th, and May 14th, 2022.
Oh, we'll get it when it comes back around.
Wait, where is it
Okay.
at?
Run
Where
it
is
back.
It's in Marion, North Carolina.
No one's. You know what? Can I do a completely sidetrack thing?
What do you do?
Yeah, I mean you've already done that 7 times, so why not?
You know what? Never mind.
No, I was serious.
No,
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that. Okay. If you had money,
I don't.
if we had like a decent amount of money, like
Okay,
a
yeah,
good
sure.
amount of money, where like we feel like confident people in our money, right?
Yeah.
One of the things I would do besides buy like random things I normally want to buy
You'd buy Bigfoot.
is I would travel like that to like a Bigfoot festival because you can't really do it now because
Yeah.
of how expensive.
Well, we
it is.
will, for the podcast.
Right, like yeah, when we start raking in that major dough, it's like yeah, we'll spend a couple $100 to go see the Bigfoot festival.
If you're listening to this podcast 3 years from now, go check out the Patreon. It's got us at the Bigfoot Festival.
Yeah. We're there, and Caleb already measured his feet, and he probably already smashed them together with peanut butter and jelly.
He probably did. That's probably on the Patreon as well.
Yeah.
I probably already ate the PB and jelly off of his feet too.
All right, I didn't really skim the next one, but it's called the Flatwoods Monster.
Please.
All right. The Flatwoods Monster. Another popular myth in Appalachian folklore, the Flatwoods Monster originated in Braxton County, West Virginia. On September 12th, 1952, Edward May, Freddie May, Neil Nunley, and Tommy Hire were playing at Flatwoods Elementary when they spotted a light shooting across the sky. A shooting star, probably.
Yep.
On their way to see the light, the boys stopped to tell their mother, Kathleen May, who asked National Guardsman Eugene Lemon to join them. Eugene Lemon, what the heck?
Dude, what are these Appalachian names?
I don't know.
I want to meet Eugene
I
Lemon.
do too.
I want him to be the father of my children, so then my children can be JJ Lemon.
He's probably
That's a good
he
idea.
probably puckers his lips a lot when he kisses.
Yeah.
Carter like that one.
When they arrived at the site of the light's crash, apparently the light crashed from the sky.
Oh.
They saw a pulsing red light and a 10-foot tall creature with twisted hands and a glowing green face that seemed to levitate off the ground.
Whoa.
When the creature hissed at them, they fled.
That's dude. That was just a blasted guy.
That's just too unbelievable for me.
That's a
personally.
homeless
Wait, was
man
that
just
the end of the
absolutely
story?
blasted.
That's basically all there is about it. But there's a Flatwoods Monster Museum in Sutton, West Virginia.
Why do they just make a museum out of all these things? You
Because
know,
people gotta hustle.
Bigfoot festival.
Called the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum.
So if you're listening to this podcast 3 years in advance, make
Thank
sure
you.
you go check out the Patreon
Thank
to
you.
see us go to the Flatwoods Monster Museum. The Moon-Eyed People.
Oh, this one's creepy.
Okay.
Ooh, I
I'll tell
like
it.
that.
According to both Appalachian folktales and Cherokee legend, a group of pale-skinned humanoids called the Moon-Eyed People might be hiding somewhere in the Appalachian Range. Ooh. Typically associated with the small town of Murphy, North Carolina, the Moon-Eyed People are short, stout, and white-skinned with bearded faces and large blue eyes. That just sounds like a sexy man, first of all. Their eyes were supposedly
comment.
so sensitive to the sun that they remain nocturnal, which is why they're called moon-eyed.
Oh.
Legend says that the local Native American tribes waited for the full moon to drive the Moon-Eyed People from their underground caves. The bright light made them weak, forcing them to flee into other parts of Appalachia for good. Is that what it's called?
Appalachia.
It says Appalachia.
Yeah.
Okay. Unlike other Appalachian monsters, the Moon-Eyed People were considered to be a distinctively separate race of people rather than supernatural beings. It might seem obvious to readers, but the Moon-Eyed People were most likely just European settlers. That makes sense. But what makes the legend so shocking is that it dates back hundreds of years before Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Oh, wow.
These white people don't know nothing
Fun
about the
fact.
sun.
I have Cherokee Indian blood in me.
Oh, look at this. You can learn more about them at the Cherokee County Historical Museum in Murphy.
Hey, fun fact. I got Cherokee blood in me.
Hey, fun fact. If you're listening to this 3 years in advance, go check out the Patreon because there's a video of us at the Cherokee County Historical Museum.
That sounds like a boring video.
Well, there's a 3-foot tall sculpture of 2 conjoined figures at it.
Oh, that sounds like a great
Yeah, what
video.
does that mean?
I don't know.
Ooh
So,
la
that's a
la.
Mothman statue.
Oh, it is
Ooh, that's
Mothman.
I
cool.
love Mothman.
Cool. All right, the next one. The Mothman.
Mothman.
All right. Made famous by a 1997 episode of The X-Files and the 2002 film The Mothman Prophecies. The Mothman is a fearsome creature with broad wings and red eyes who originated in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. The story of the Mothman began on November 15th, 1966. 2 couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Mallet, reported seeing a large flying humanoid with a 10-foot wingspan and glowing red eyes following their car. That's weird. Similar reports came in over the next few days, and the sensational story was soon picked up by the local newspaper. Blah, 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 Mothman. They blamed him for a bridge collapsing, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. There's a Mothman festival, blah, 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 blah. Years in advance, blah, 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 blah. Check our Patreon.
Blah blah blah.
I
blah,
actually love
blah,
Mothman,
blah, blah, blah,
Because the thing was
blah,
that
blah,
he
blah.
was spotted crawling around a bridge,
Yeah.
and then what was it, like a week later the bridge collapsed, killing a bunch of people.
Why do you
So-
love that?
This
Well,
is-
no, because
Ooh.
they say he's a prophet,
Check this out.
and I love him because he's so dope. I have a Mothman shirt.
I've got some superstitions here about the Appalachian Trail, like stuff you're not supposed to do. Or like
No,
sayings.
no,
Let's go do it
don't
all.
do him.
Why?
Hey,
Let's
if
go do
anything
every
has
one
to
of
do
those.
with a certain kind of walker, don't mention them.
I
Clark,
won't.
Hey, if
Clark,
you're-
listen to me right now.
Got,
I am very superstitious. Do not curse us.
I'm not. Look at this
Don't
saying.
accidentally curse
Look,
us.
does that saying look like it's going to curse us?
Never close a knife.
Never
You
close a
didn't
knife you
open.
didn't open, or you'll have bad luck for 7 years.
Okay, good. I'm saying like the ones where you see don't say this phrase.
Keep
Don't-
a penny in your washer.
if you guys are on the Patreon in 3 years, watching this, there'll probably be videos of us doing each and every one of these things.
That's true.
Okay, that's gonna be my like.
There'll be a
vacation
video of
week.
us hiking the entire Appalachian Trail over an entire
Always go out
summer.
the same
Yeah.
door you came in. Eat black-eyed peas or collard greens with hog jaw on New Year's Day. Don't wash your clothes on New Year's Day, or you will wash a family member out. What is that? What?
Whoa! I'm gonna wash my clothes.
Don't sleep on New Year's.
No!
Don't sleep on what?
Don't sleep on New Year's.
Oh, like don't sleep through it.
Don't
Yeah.
sleep on New Year's. Don't do any canning or gardening on your period.
What?
Plant your
Dang
crops
it.
under the full moon. Don't walk under a ladder. If you find yourself under one, don't turn around. Back up.
Mm.
Don't let anyone sweep under your feet.
Mm.
These don't seem like abolition things. These just seem like
Yeah, very true.
random things. Yeah. Hey guys. I know this podcast has maybe seemed a little mellow to you guys. You're forgetting that we recorded this at like 2:30 in the morning. Okay? So I'm gonna need y'all to take a chill pill on the hating on the mellow. But maybe you're loving the mellow, okay? We're never gonna do that again, okay? Because Jonah's gonna fall asleep again if we do that, and we don't want that. Spoilers, by the way. He falls asleep in the podcast. But, you know, I just want you guys to enjoy the podcast, rate the podcast, love the podcast, watch the podcast, share the podcast, taste the podcast, lick the podcast. I just wanted to
Why
talk
would you
about the
say
Appalachian Trail
that?
real quick.
The what?
The Appalachian Trail.
Please.
So approximately 4,000 people attempt to hike it annually, but only 1 in 4 actually make it, and
How many?
it's only been
died?
completed by about 1 in 5.
How many died?
6.
Hikers are lost
Wow,
on average
yeah.
around 2,000 times a year while hiking.
Nice.
Da, 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 da.
Dude, I get lost on average like walking to the bathroom late at night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was something in here that 13 murders have been recorded on the Appalachian Trail so far.
Keyword is recorded.
Recorded, yeah.
Oh, I meant to listen. You know how I was telling you guys about that YouTube page that's like my favorite YouTube
Yeah.
channel ever? Look at the most convenient video ever he posted last night. I only got to listen to a little bit. Disturbing cases of
Ooh.
people disappearing into the woods.
Dude, that's crazy.
We should go visit
That was
every
so
famous
convenient.
haunted woods.
That's when I want to take my vacation days.
Yep. I want to do that.
Dude, you know what I want?
Hmm.
For you guys to go missing. Because my 25% of the profit turns into 100%.
That was a very awful thing to wish upon us.
No, I didn't
I
wish
think
it.
that'd be pretty cool.
You
I'm
guys are
glad
asking
that-
for it.
I'm glad that of all the ways he
think-
wants me to die, that's how it is.
I want you to
So-
die
Going
peacefully
missing.
in your sleep in a forest.
I think what I should do here, so there's another
Naked.
thing I have is that I pulled up
Hmm.
like a Quora page that's why is it scary
Oh,
to
I'm
go
sorry.
out
Hey,
into the
Jer-
woods at night. I think we should save this for the end because it's a lot more
What?
chill.
Oh, you're going to do it for the end?
What?
Yeah,
I
I
don't want
think
to wear them anymore. I feel like I don't have sensory.
I think it's a way to bring us down after we get deep. So if someone wants to do some scary stories now, that'd be cool.
All right, let me pull up some of the ones I got.
Okay, you scare me.
So some of these are long, like long,
Yeah.
and I'm not a good reader, and I can't remember what half of these are. Give me a sec. One of them's
Hey, you can paraphrase if you want.
about humanoids. I like humanoids.
Okay, you can paraphrase if you want.
Oh no, I gotta read the whole thing, man.
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
get the whole like Redditor,
Here,
like
you guys, we want to
I'm
all
a
scoot this way.
professional author kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Oh, sorry.
I think like Car needs to scoot in.
Well, he's sleeping right now, honestly.
So
Do you guys want a
relatable.
real life one? Or you guys want like a one that's clearly
I want you
fake?
to scare my socks off me.
Real life, real life.
Real life. Okay, this one is
If you're gonna be talking, you gotta be up. Otherwise, you're not allowed to speak.
I try to get into like a nice
Turning into what are those guys in Mario called? The big bricks?
Yeah,
Wampa.
Bowser.
Wampas.
Wampa.
Let me try to get into my
You're turning into a whopper.
Yeah.
I'm over a Big Mac guy myself. Slaps knee
He
hysterically.
meant Whopper, like one of the black balls.
Whopper.
They're not black and they're not balls. They're giant pieces of stone with ridges.
What?
Anyways,
I was talking about the candy.
Yeah, he's talking about
oh,
a
I
candy.
forgot that was a thing.
They're not black and they're not bald.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get into my narrating voice.
Okay.
This is on Arch/True Scary Stories,
Oh no.
posted by DJ Buffoon 3 years ago.
No way. No way.
It's got a Reddit gold, so you know it's good.
Oh, it is good.
That has 147 upvotes, 22 comments, and the story is called Creeper in the Woods.
Creeper in the woods. I'll tell you what. I was on that page the other day, saw that, and I skipped over it because we weren't doing the woods
Oh.
video yet.
I'll tell you
Wow.
what. I was playing Minecraft and I saw a creeper in the woods.
Dude, I tell you what, they used to call me the back when I used to stalk,
Let me stop you right there.
never mind,
Yeah. Let me just.
On my police record, I'm a creeper in the woods.
this happened about
Not mine.
How deep should I go?
His.
This happened, no,
You're barely picked up when you go real deep.
this
so-
happened about 13 years ago. Does that pick up? That's how they talk in No Sleep, like,
Here, go ahead.
"And then a
Go
man
again.
murdered his mother.
Go again. Go again.
This happened about 13 years ago in the woods.
Yeah, that's good.
This happened about 13 years ago in the woods. When I was a sophomore in college, attending a liberal arts school in Suffolk County, New York. Within the first month or two of freshman year, I had found myself in a very tight-knit group of fellow theater geeks. 6 guys, myself included, and 1 girl. And we all loved horror movies and ghost stories. I had found my crew. Freshman year was tough, but we all held each other up and made the whole experience more enjoyable for one another. At the beginning of sophomore year, we decided that in October, this month,
Oh.
as the Halloween season was ramping up, as it is, we would find a very creepy wooded spot in a nearby town some night and scare the
As we
crap out
will.
of ourselves.
As
No,
we-
I didn't say that.
As we did.
God. We did some research and found that there was a particularly isolated area about 30 minutes away,
Behind your house.
infamous for paranormal sightings. Perfect. The 7 of us split into 2 different cars and headed out into the night. Allow me to set the scene.
Okay.
You turn off a busy main road,
Okay.
flooded with strip malls and restaurants and whatnot. This really is starting to sound like our house.
It sounds
And
like
you're
it's
almost
bright
immediately
too.
greeted by complete darkness.
Oh,
Oh, no.
guess it's not bright.
Again, this area is very heavily wooded. It was essentially a large web of winding roads surrounded by trees. Very few streetlights and very few houses. Without a GPS or good sense of direction, one could easily get lost in there. We all made sure to have fully charged phones and flashlights, just in case. But the goal is to keep driving until we collectively decided to pull over and go exploring. So per the directions, we made a left off the main road, drive for 30 minutes or so into this dark network, picking directions at random, just getting intentionally lost. That's so stupid.
Why do you do that?
Like, that's so stupid.
Have you guys ever like tried to get lost?
Yeah.
Well, tell the story real quick.
Well, it was like. Never mind. Go ahead. I'll tell it later because it's kind of dumb. It's not really.
Was it like when you were
something my friend
driving
and
or
I.
what?
No, it was like something my friend and I did when we were kids, and we were like going down a hiking trail, and we tried to get lost, and then like
What?
In the woods?
Dude, what?
at like a campground, and then we actually did get lost and like cried a lot, and then like found our way back.
We went as children into a woods and we're like, let's get lost. Got lost and we're like, this was a bad idea.
Yeah, I told
We
you.
can't take it back. No, it's not dumb. It's an interesting story because it just shows that we all have things wrong with us when we're little. But it's fun. It's a good story. No, it was a good story because we're talking about like college students doing the same thing, except they're in a car, going as deep as they can into these woods, getting purposely lost because
Well,
they think it's a fun
yeah, I
idea.
would do
At
that,
least they
though.
have the car. Like he was
True.
out in the elements.
Still,
True.
but the car just means like you're like 7 miles in and you're like, I have no idea how to get back home.
That's
I would
true.
do it.
Because we're gonna do
You
if you
can
don't have
go farther.
GPS.
You can
What
go
if you run
further.
out of gas?
Oh my gosh.
That
walk.
car is 7 miles away from any gas station now.
You walk.
7
or
miles away from
however.
everything. Yeah, you walk? No way, dude. I'm hunkering down that freaking car. When Heaper
Yeah.
Creeper come up to my window and he's like, you got spare change in there? I'd be like, no, sir, I'm out of gas.
No, sir, please. All right, continue. I'm sorry.
Our cars made a turn, and to our surprise, there was a huge log in front of us. We had reached a dead end of some kind,
Oh man.
with nothing but trees behind it.
Oh no.
We all got out to see where exactly this was, stepped over the log, and noticed 2 narrow trails leading in different directions. This seemed like a good as time as any to grab our flashlights and do some amateur ghost hunting. These people have to be high.
No, I'm. What
You
I'm
have
thinking-
to be high.
These people sound like us when we're have
No,
a moment of insanity.
I'm telling you right now,
When you have a
I
big
will
group and
not,
you feel
unless you
brave.
strap me down to a car, let you randomly get us lost deep within pitch black woods. Go to there's a conveniently a end to the road with a giant log and 2 conveniently placed narrow pathways leading deeper into the woods. That is such a classic horror movie setup. Regardless, we flipped a coin and set off on the trail to the right.
Oh, right.
The
That's
trail
always
was so
wrong.
narrow that we had to walk single file to avoid getting racked by branches.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I ended up in the back. I'm usually pretty rational, level-headed. No, you're not.
No, he's not. If
But I
you're-
have everything that you
He
just
said-
did is not rational.
He said
turned off.
usually.
I'm usually level-headed unless I've
Yeah.
had 15 Smirnoffs in the
Okay.
span of 1 hour.
Imagine it like turns on and we just see like a figure in the light.
Dude, why would you say that stuff?
We all heard that, right?
That was
Yeah,
just
see, that was
computer.
clearly creaking, but it was just really bad timing.
It was the shadow figure.
I didn't even hear anything.
Dude, everyone who's listened to this podcast is going to be like, well, what little wimps they are, but I'm telling you right now, this sucks.
This sucks.
This sucks.
I'm.
Keep reading.
That's all.
Pretty rational, level-headed, but I have to say, the further we went in, the more I was overcome with an
The
uneasy
further we went
feeling.
in, the further we were from being out.
I kept hearing sounds deep in the woods, unable to shake the feeling we were being watched.
That
But I
makes
seemed to
sense.
be the only one who heard about these things, so I shrugged it off as my imagination. And, in any case, the whole point of us being there was to get scared. Not to mention the fact that we were 7 able-bodied college students. What would we come across that could take us down?
That's fair enough. That's what I was saying was like the When you got a big group
when
of
you're in a
people, you
group,
get like a
you're-
false
yeah.
sense of confidence.
You get that false sense of confidence, like, yeah, I can go into the woods and get purposely lost and be
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah,
until eventually
so-
it becomes 6 people.
Yeah, no, you're
No,
not
like
wrong.
actually, yeah, it's called slim pickings. Just take one at
Yeah.
a time. We headed down this trail for about 20 minutes. Oh,
20
just when I
minutes?
thought it would never end, we came to a massive clearing. And
Oh my
I
God.
mean massive.
Dude, that's impressive, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in the middle of the woods, there's just a big old clearing.
That's terrifying. It was a large open field of unkept grass,
Ooh.
comparable in scope to a golf course, but not nearly as well manicured. Trees surrounded the entire field, which were so large we could not see the end of it from where we were standing. I was thrilled to get out of the narrow trail, but I don't think any of us were expecting to find an area so vast.
True.
One of us looked to the right and said, "Hey, check that out." We all turned, and there was an old, I don't know what this word is at all, dilapidated house.
Dilapidated.
Dilapidated, thank you. House.
Dilapidated.
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 What is that word
I
even
thought
True
it
mean?
sounded
horror
like
is that I want to
dilapidated.
be a writer, but I cannot say words.
What
Carter,
does that
what's
word mean?
dilapidated mean?
I actually don't know. I just know the word.
I know that, yeah, I've heard that word before, but I
Isn't
don't know
that
the
just basically like, we use usually a house to basically say
I
it's run
Google
down.
it, but my eyes aren't working.
Like
right now.
digressed.
meaning. You what?
I said I'd Google it, but my eyes aren't working
I'm
right
on it.
now.
Dilapidated house several hundred yards away. The house was completely dark, with no cars or signs of anyone living there. We walked over and shined our flashlights at it, and sure enough, the windows and doors were all boarded up. I managed to peer between the boards on one of the windows, and what I could see was an old white couch covered in plastic, but an otherwise empty room. Whoever used to live here, they were long gone.
True.
Because there was no way in, and because we all felt sufficiently creeped out by the house anyway, we decided to walk closer to the trail we had come in from, have a seat in the field, figure out where to go to next. We walked towards the narrow trail. Before we could sit, my friend Mark stopped what he was doing.
Oh no.
His expression dropped, and he pointed.
Oh no.
We all turned, and on the very far side of the field, directly across from where we had come in, we could see someone tall, lanky, and pale,
It's always a
dancing
lanky
among
dude.
the trees.
Dancing?
And by dancing, I mean her skipping around, grabbing a tree, swinging around it, and then doing the same to another tree. Basically,
That just sounds like
Terrifying.
do-si do.
He's dosey
That's
doing with some
actually really
That just sounds like
scary
me
to
2 years
like,
ago.
paint in
So
my
was this
head.
during the day then?
No, this is nighttime.
How do they see
So
that
they're
across
saying
the
you got to
field?
the clearing, so the moon was shining enough where you could see it.
Oh, I see.
And because if the thing was big, giant, white,
my boy's dosey doing around the tree. What the frick?
The
All right,
moon-
continue.
the moon was so bright and the woods were so dark, it actually took a second for us to really understand what we were looking at. Jay, 6'4" skeptic of the group, wasn't seeing it. I leaned over to him, pointing in the direction, and said, "Jay, look, where I'm pointing. Do you see that?" He squinted a bit, and the second he saw it, he gasped with everything he had, clutched my arm, and whispered, "What the is that?" Where happened next sent shockwaves through all of us. Wherever this was, they stopped dancing, looked in our direction, and started charging straight at us.
Oh.
Without even thinking, we freaked out and ran back to the trail. Yet again, Jay was the only one who didn't see what was happening. He shouted after us, "Guys, what is it? Where are you going?" After about
Did he
15
just
seconds
stay?
of running like hell, I heard Jay scream, "Holy!" and looked back and saw his flashlight following the rest of us on the trail. Like Carter said, they were about to leave this poor soul.
Hold on.
They were about to
Hold on.
leave this poor soul behind.
First of all, I just want to say something real quick. First of all, Jay just sounds stupid. Okay, I just want to say this. If you are with your friends and you're like in any type of scenario, whether it's a scary scenario or not, if all your friends start booking it, normally you just book it with
Yeah, why are
them
you sitting
and
around
ask
looking
questions
around like-
later.
Wait,
What's going on, man?
I just like I don't think I fell asleep, but I pretty much fell asleep. And you going holy woke me up, and my heart just dropped so far, dude.
Dude.
That's more scary
That's
than
why-
however this story is gonna
That's why you
end.
can't fall
I
asleep.
need to stay awake.
Yeah, you
If he
can't fall
falls
asleep.
asleep again and we notice, we should all like just
Book
start
it.
running up.
No, God, please, I beg you now, don't do that to me.
Yeah, we probably would
That's
actually give him a
so
heart
awful.
attack.
No, he would actually have a heart attack. No, but like
I might have a heart attack, but I have 3 Red Bulls, so
true. No, but like who does that? Like nobody like sees their whole friend group. Just book it, especially in that scenario. And
Right.
it's just
Stay
like,
there.
guys, why are you running?
Well, yeah. After
Wait, did that thing
after
come at them?
it
Yeah,
started
dude,
charging
that's
at
the
him, and
that's
then
the
they-
other thing.
Oh.
It was dancing around the trees, suddenly stopped,
creepy
and then
enough.
just booked it at him.
Yeah, gross.
But that's
He
the
didn't
craziest
see
part
it
too.
apparently. The skeptic dude didn't see
The
it.
skeptic
Oh.
guy saw. He had to very obviously point to the guy dancing around the trees. Like, dude, you see that? So there's even more stupid when everyone takes off running. That it took him even more seconds. Like after seeing that creature to be like,
Yeah.
what? What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? So that's pretty much it. He basically spent 20 minutes running through the tight, narrow trees to get back to their cars and just hid in their cars for a while before driving back.
Did it come back though?
No, that's it, man. That's how it ends. And then the
Huh.
classic that has the classic of like, we didn't believe what we saw that day.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
had to keep reminding ourselves. Did we really see that?
Why is
Here-
the dude dancing around the trees though, and then just suddenly book it at him?
Dude, I can just picture him like doing like the singing in the rain.
I
as
like-
he
I
was
spins
thinking
around
that
the
too.
thing.
I like to picture him being like naked dancing
I
around
like
the
to
trees.
picture him twerking.
No, I don't picture that.
Like he
It
grabs
clearly
the
says-
pole and
Pole
just starts
dancing on
throwing
the
it back.
trees.
It clearly said he was dosing and doing.
I like how he has a dilapidated house with a single couch in it, and that's just his vibe spot.
What if that's not
Oh,
even his
yeah.
house? What if he also came on the path they came from?
By the way, the definition of dilapidated is a state of disrepair, ruin, or negligence.
Ah,
Oh.
makes sense.
So yes, worn down.
I bet that little creature guy eats sheep.
I would eat a sheep.
I bet he'd go
Dude,
find
they're not
like
in
shepherds and
Ireland.
eat their sheep.
I hope he eats me.
But like,
Okay, buddy. You got
Well,
another one,
that's,
Caleb?
that's an interesting take.
They're not experts.
I'm gonna read another Reddit story.
Okay.
This one's about backwoods creepy.
About what?
It's called Backwards Creepy. It's about backpacking in the mountains and having stuff try to like kill you.
Oh, cool.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is on subreddit Backwoods Creepy. I really like this one. Posted by Jeffy, 36, 4 years ago. Reddit Gold. So this happened last year in Virginia, and it's also the reason I've never backpacked alone anymore. I was taking summer courses at the time, and we ended up with a 3-day weekend in June, so I thought it was a great time to go explore some of the Virginian wilderness. I did a Google search and found a state park with a trail that looked nice, and let my roommate and family know the trail I was going to be on. When I got close to the park area, I saw a little outdoor shop where people were hiking the Appalachian Trail stop.
What did you just say?
He went to a place where people were hiking the Appalachian Trail.
What did you say though?
A shop. He went to a shop, right?
Oh,
What do you think I said?
I think he just didn't hear
I
you.
heard Albert shop.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, it was all slurred together.
I ran to grab a map of the area, just in case I got lost.
That's fair.
Yeah, as I was talking to the owner, he mentioned a trail that's not real known that has a pretty cool waterfall and swimming hole.
That's suspicious.
Yeah. Oh, I know a place no one goes to.
I know a place. You should check it out.
No one
It's
goes.
super
No one
place.
knows about it. No
No
one
one
ever
goes
goes
there.
there.
I'm the only one who knows about it.
I
You should
swim
go.
there naked.
You should do. You should do. You should go.
This piqued my interest, so I had him show me on the map. It took me outside the state park, but it said it was a great place to go. Yeah, see, that's so suspicious.
That's suspicious. It's a good place. I know it's outside the park, and like, no one will know you're there, but you should go. You should go.
Yeah, I know that even though you told your family you're hiking, you're going so far away that like it doesn't even matter. But it's okay. I paid for the map and thanked the owner. I texted my roommate and parents about the new trail. Okay, good. And I
Good.
parked my car and set off on my
Semi-smart.
new adventure. I should note the waterfall I was going to was going to be a side journey for my trip for my journey. I was planning 3 days, 2 nights.
Ooh.
God, can you
chills.
imagine
No, I don't
being in
want
the
to
forest for
imagine.
3 days and 2 nights?
I don't want to imagine.
Oh, God.
Dude, Andrew Delosier,
He wanted to hike the
he
Appalachian Trail.
still does.
See, I think he's insane.
Show him statistics.
I'll do it.
It's just sad that he like has a kid now and his dreams are ruined.
I think
He'd probably die on that trail, so it's a good thing he didn't.
Very too true. He went a couple nights where him, Ashley, and Jeremy stayed the night in the woods. Yeah, they went like
Dude,
overnight
are we just
hiking
like
trips.
not manly
We're not
enough?
men.
Or are we just different kinds of men? Like, we're the kinds
would
of
do
men
it.
that, like, we'll go to a factory
Yeah,
and
well,
make
that's
license
true.
plates for 8 hours a day, but we wouldn't go in the woods.
Carter would. Carter would go hunting with his pops, and then they'd stay the night, and then they'd wake up and kill some ducks, and then they'd send their dog out to retrieve the ducks.
They don't have a dog.
I
to
don't have a
retrieve the
dog. They
I was just
send-
giving an example
they
of
send
how
Jonah.
manly they are that they send a dog out to retrieve the ducks.
They send the baby.
Your dad should get a duck retriever.
My dad wants a duck retriever.
Does he actually?
Yeah, he's always wanted a hunting dog.
That's
like a
what
lab.
I'm saying.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cute.
That is cute.
You should just get
My
a
whole
boy.
family is allergic to dogs. Dreams are ruined.
Me too. Like, can you not get any big dogs hyperallergenic?
I believe so, yeah.
That's a bummer.
Not really.
Sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet for your hunting best friend.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not allergic to dogs, and I think I'm the only one in my family who doesn't have.
You and your
I
dad
think
about to
you
get
are
an
a
apartment.
golden retriever, though. Not gonna lie.
I do think that I'm a golden retriever.
Like most people would be like, I'm a person.
Yeah,
a-
most people would say that.
Yeah, I feel like
no,
mo-
I'm trying to
Most
think.
people are like, I'm a person.
Most people would be like,
I sure hope
like
most people
I'm
are
a
like that.
golden retriever stuck in a person's body.
No, I actually am.
But you're
A person stuck in a golden
no wait.
retriever's
I
body.
don't know what I'm trying to say here.
I have a golden retriever stuck in my body. It's funny to see what makes this guy crack.
I
Because
like
what
how
I just said didn't have any meaning to it.
the progression.
I like how it's only Carter that's laughing.
Let up.
In a golden
I
retriever's
didn't see
body.
it coming.
He's the only one who has energy left.
I have energy. I'm just
He had
not,
3 Red Bulls.
I'm just not slap happy like this guy.
You guys were slap happy when I got here.
That's because you made us
I'm
wait
just
an hour.
behind you guys.
Yeah,
You
you're an hour
are, yeah.
behind because you made us wait an hour.
Don't worry.
Caleb got it all out when he was
I
ranting
have-
earlier.
We're only a half
I
hour
have
away
a
from the
golden
witching
retriever
hour.
stuck.
Shut up! I don't like to talk about that.
Sorry.
All right, continue.
I started on part of the Appalachian Trail, and it was pretty packed with people, and some of them were really fun to talk to. As expected, I got further and further from the main trails I saw. Less and less people. Around early afternoon, 3 miles away from my destination, I noticed it was unnaturally silent. No birds, no bugs, not even wind, and I had a feeling of being watched.
The woods.
I
man.
shook it off as me overanalyzing the situation.
It said.
How do
shook
you
it off.
overanalyze
I
all of
shook
your
it off.
senses being turned off?
You know what I've always wanted to do? I've wanted to go in a sensory deprivation tank just to see what it's like.
Yeah, but you know
To
what's
see
around
aliens.
you. You're
No.
in a like a 8x8 area with water. You're not in the middle of the woods and it's sensory deprivating. That's
no, but
terrifying.
you know that, but at the same time, there's nothing.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but I'm saying
That's
like
why
imagine
that's
that
why I want to do
feeling
it.
in the woods.
Yeah, no, I always have that feeling in the woods. That's why I don't go there.
I got to the waterfall and it wasn't too spectacular, but it was cool to look at. Plus, it had a good sized area to swim in, so naturally,
I got naked.
I stripped down to my skivvies and took a dip. It was pretty refreshing. As I was getting my clothes back on, I started whistling to myself. It was Chill Bill because it was stuck in my head. That's when I heard something whistle the same tune back. I thought it was a bird copying me, so I went back and forth with it and repeated whatever I whistled. I thought it was pretty neat. As I was setting up camp, I couldn't shake this feeling that I was being watched again. Like I get goosebumps when my hairs are standing up. You're whistling to an unknown entity that's whistling complex tunes right back to you, and you're like, "Man, I feel like I'm being watched."
watched.
Yeah. Like... As night fell, I built a small fire and lit my jet boil to make dinner. As I did this, I became hyper aware that again there was no sound, just deafening silence.
How did dude make all the sound go away?
Dude, he showed up into a dead quiet middle of the forest to a place that no one goes
Wait,
to
he's
except...
at a waterfall.
He
Right.
was.
That'd be
Right.
loud.
And there's no sound.
I thought this was a chick the whole time.
Oh well, the water ran out.
I think it's a guy.
Oh, I don't know.
The water
the
put on-
water ran
The water
out.
got put on mute.
He just twisted the faucet and the waterfall turned off.
Yeah.
God. Some part of my brain was telling me that I'm not safe and to leave. I ignored it.
Why would
I
you
crawled
ignore
into
it?
my tent with my flashlight and a book. This dude goes miles off trail to a place that only one man knows about, where it's dead quiet and something is mysteriously whistling back to you while you feel like you're being watched. Does he not understand how birds work?
And
Birds cannot do complex whistle tones.
he was like, "Yeah, my body's telling me I shouldn't be here, but I'm gonna stay anyway.
I'm going to go to bed.
I'm
Good
gonna
night.
go to bed."
What do you think he was reading?
Man, I'm terrified out of my mind right now. I'm gonna go to bed.
50 Shades of Grey.
Probably, actually.
He
Though.
started whistling at all the
Oh,
sexy parts.
That's all I'd be saying.
Freaking bird whistles back. Yeah, you get it. I went to sleep without incident. When I woke up the next morning, my sight was trash. Trashed.
I thought he was talking about his literal
the-
eyesight, and I was like, what?
What-
My eyesight was
My
trash.
eyesight was trash.
I thought the same thing.
My camp stool was nowhere to be found. My bare bag with my food was cut down, and the contents were thrown across the site. My first thought was a crafty animal chewed through the rope and got at the bag, but I looked at the rope and it was covered with something very sharp. Plus, none of the food was even touched. I also noticed bare footprints all around my campsite. Keep in mind, I'm at least 6 to 8 miles from a road.
Was the tent zipped up?
Yes.
How do you sleep through all that though? That must have made noise, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Continue.
As I was looking at the
This
mess.
guy has the ability
This guy's an
to
idiot.
make a waterfall sound like nothing. So he has the ability
I
to
tuned
just-
out the waterfall.
He's like, yeah, I was
Yeah.
all just complete silent. In fact, there was no sound. Actually, guys, I'm deaf. I forgot to mention that.
I forgot to mention I'm deaf.
As I was looking at the mess, I heard a branch snap off in the distance. I turned and looked in that direction.
The classic telltale in
That
the woods.
is, yeah.
I saw nothing, but I heard the whistling again.
Oh.
My whistle from yesterday, but it was different. It sounded more sinister.
Oh,
It made my hair stand on end, and this is when I listened to my instincts to get the H out.
did he leave his stuff or did he pack up?
We're about to hit that part.
Okay, cool.
It sounded like it was a little off in the distance, so I packed up my camp as fast as I could.
Oh,
He
man.
grabbed his stuff. The whistling got closer as I finished stuffing the tent into my bag. I didn't bother putting anything away properly. The whistling was inconsistent and sounded like it was coming from all directions. I got fed up with the whistling, stood up and yelled into the woods, "Shut up, and what do you want?" It stopped whistling. It was quiet for a moment. Then it repeated what I said in my voice. It sounded just like me, but distorted, like it came from an old TV.
Oh.
After I heard this, I immediately threw my
Weird.
pack on and ran the direction I came. I heard it moving just behind me, fast switching between the whistle and my voice.
Ugh.
It felt like it was toying with me, not coming too close, but not being too far away. Eventually, it sounded like it got further and further away from me. Then it stopped suddenly. When it stopped, I stopped and turned around, and I wish I didn't because I heard the most bone-chilling screech ever coming from right next to me. That's when I started running again. I didn't look as I ran, I only ran. Less than a half mile away, I ran to a couple that was also backpacking. Essentially, he gets to the couple. They think he looks scared. He tells the rangers what happened, and then you drive around to try to find something. And then that's how it ends.
And they found nothing.
And all along, it was just a parrot.
Okay, so this is the class. So this guy reminds me of the guy from the last one, where it's like everything was telling you like. First off, birds cannot mimic a whistle like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parrots?
Everything was dead silent. You woke up to your tent
It's like-
meticulously trashed, and your
Yeah.
first reaction is like, "Let me just take my time. Let me make sure everything's nice and organized." Until you have a guy started talking to you back in your own voice.
Yeah, it's the classic like horror movie like, oh, there's danger over there. Let's go check it out instead
It
of
was like
like-
none of that made. It was all like this guy was making the worst decisions possible.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. This dude deserves to be dead.
Well, that's honestly funny when you just like from the last story and this story and a lot of the scary stories like you read. It is always people who make the worst stories, like choices imaginable. Like horror
Right.
movies got that right. Like if you're constantly making the dumbest decisions, you're setting yourself up for a bad situation.
Right.
I just don't understand how that happens. Like, how every natural instinct in your body says, I should not be here. I need to leave. and you just go, I think I'll just go
I'm
to
gonna
bed.
climb into
Doesn't
my
leave.
tent with a nice book.
I'm gonna read a nice book in my tent tonight.
The whistling. Okay, first off, you want to go in the forest is dead silent. Like you can't hear anything.
And all there is whistling.
Yeah, but like, what are you talking
That's
about?
terrifying.
I can't hear bugs. I can't hear running water or any other animal in unkept woods.
I can't hear the waterfall next to me. I can't hear when people talk to me, but I hear the
I
whistling.
got that whistling though.
But that's the one that's like, it's so stupid to me. I'm like, dude, there's no way. Like, you clearly are an unintelligent person if you hear something whistling back complex tones to you, and you're thinking like, oh, it's a cute little bird copying my whistle. Like, has that ever happened to you in your life? Like, if you ever heard a bird whistle, you whistle back at it, and it repeats that whistle exactly, and it's like,
No,
oh,
I
that's
don't know how to
cool.
whistle.
Parrots.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Look at them. Look at your eyes. You look
I
baked.
keep falling asleep.
He does.
Well, not like
He's
asleep.
got them glazed
but
donut eyes right now, dude. I swear.
I keep not being awake. No, wait, I don't. I never lose consciousness. I just like close my eyes and then I get really lightheaded, and then I phase back into reality.
Hey everybody, listen to the We're Not Experts podcast. Make sure you listen to it on any device you can, anything you can. Take your mom's laptop, your dad's cell phone, anything you can do it, any account, any platform. We've gone worldwide, multiple streaming. If you can think it, you can listen to it. So please just go right ahead and make sure to check out our Instagram, What's the line again?
Oh, it's Magic Touch photos
Okay.
with a Z.
Okay, run it back.
Make sure you check out our Instagram, Magic Touch Photos with a Z. I'm so happy to hear you guys. I'm so happy you guys can hear us, and I just cannot. I can't.
What do we call them?
I don't know. They're just our listeners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your listeners. Thank you, listeners. And I'll catch you on the floaty flop. Ka-chow.
Hi, Noah.
Hey.
We're doing a Reddit story right now.
Yep.
Another backwoods creepy story. This one is by a deleted user 1 year ago. He got 3 silver for this post.
Oh.
It's rated not safe for work too.
Oh.
But it's because it's I won't spoil.
My favorite rating.
I
Okay.
know.
I just like FW.
For work.
For work.
Yeah. No idea what this was, but it terrified me and my family. Okay, this is him talking about how he sent it to a Reddit YouTube channel.
What?
I'm just trying to get to the rest of it. Apparently, he took a lie detector test and it gave him 100% truth, stuff like that.
Okay. We didn't hear the story yet, though.
Right, yeah, he was just letting everyone know, like, I promise I'm not
Oh.
lying to you. I took a lie detector test on Reddit and posted it to YouTube. Trust me, I'm legit.
All right, he's legit. I believe him then.
No, of course, everything you hear on Reddit's true.
That's what I believe as well.
We lived in a house that had an outhouse. No indoor toilet. We had running water, but just couldn't get a proper septic system in there. The outhouse was up the hill a ways, about 30 yards. This was in a valley. Nearest neighbor was roughly 4 miles away. Good luck if you need emergency service, lol. We had 3 dogs. Biggest of all was a lab mix named Boo Bear. I'm going to split this up so it's not a wall of text. Thank you. Boo was a very loyal and territorial dog. Didn't matter what time of day it was. He'd go with you up to the outhouse and sit outside. This is normal behavior for years. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about him and welling up with tears, man. One night, my mom needed to go, and he went with her. We normally just walk up and do our business and head back and go back to sleep. We had no AC, just windows and fans. Boo followed Mom up there, and this time he was between Mom and the woods. There was a solid tree line around the house that you couldn't see into at all. I've hunted it, but I get my butt back to the house before it even got close to dark. Boo felt or heard something. The more my mom tried to get up, the more he was growling. He had never behaved this way. My mom, a devout Baptist, swears on the Bible that she heard what sounded like grunting coming out of the woods.
Like that. Oh, like that? No, not like that.
That's not a grunt, big guy.
Grunting.
Grunt.
Yeah, like that, buddy.
She could feel something, either stomping or punching the ground. Punch, I think of flour. It's got that thud. That's what she described it as. Have you guys ever punched flour?
Like flour or like a flour?
Like the bag of flour. Have you ever just socked a punch of flour?
You know, sometimes I think about it.
Did mommy ever tell you to get off the video games but you're having a really good time, so you just freaking started punching flour like,
No,
screw
I
you,
punched
mom.
Mom.
When I'm old enough, I'll leave.
No, I normally just continue playing.
You're a rebel.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like to live dangerously.
Jones.
that is pretty dangerous.
No,
Usually
he's
I
awake.
just... What?
Didn't you
Dude,
hear?
don't do that. It's terrifying.
What did he do?
He's like, where his eyes in the back of his head.
Oh, well, sometimes it be like that.
It wasn't intentional. That's my body like telling me like don't wake up like he demands.
Who?
Oh, also the witch. is out.
Who's he? Who's he?
What's up?
Who's demanding?
Who?
Nothing.
My mom was raised by some serious hillbillies and isn't scared of anything in the woods, so she forced her way up there. She thought it was a deer, and they'll do that in the rut season. Boo got out there growling, and she said every hair. You guys want to know what a rut season is?
Yeah.
What is it?
That's when they start doing their heads against the trees to get all the crap off of them.
Oh,
I think that's what the rut season means. I don't think it's the sex one.
okay. So you didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
No. I'm pretty confident that's what it is because
That
I think
is.
the other one's the mating one.
That is
Yeah,
what that
Carter
is.
would know.
That is okay.
Okay.
Everyone doubted me until Carter spoke.
That's because,
Carter
because you
hunts
said.
deers.
That's because you said. Do you want to know what it is? Proceeded to tell us what it is
I
and
think
said.
that's what it is.
Yeah, I think that's what it
think
is.
that's
Anyway.
what it is.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I don't actually know.
This is gonna be really worried because I hate that you have a dog upstairs.
Why? The
It
story's not
takes
over
We
yet.
haven't
one
even
good
gotten to
stomp
any
to take care of that.
climax.
I just want you guys to remember.
Is it a dog? No, that makes it worse. Okay.
It's fine.
What?
Boo sat out there growling, and she said every hair he had on him was standing up straight. He wasn't barking. She could just feel his growling. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like you feel a bass from a subwoofer. She got done and came back to the house. No other issues that night. A few nights later, a friend was staying at my house. He was one of the ones that was with me when we saw whatever it was that we saw. This was actually prior to this year by a year or two. We grew up poor like us. Or he grew up poor like us, but he was a good dude. His mom and dad were great. Anyways, it's about 11 or 11:30. This dude has such a hard time sticking
My
to the
boy's
fact.
got ADHD.
He really does. One time we played video games all night and we ate so much candy we got stomach aches. I love that guy.
Anyways.
Anyways, my mom got murdered.
Oh
was-
my gosh.
It was Friday or Saturday because we had a 10 p.m. bedtime on weeknights and we were playing Killer Instinct on my Nintendo 64. Man, when I say this scared me, I thought my mom was being killed. We heard a scream and felt a noise come up from the woods about 150 yards up that mountain. Buddy, I got goosebumps coming up like crazy right now. I didn't say anything. I kept playing thinking that my brain is playing tricks on me. 5 minutes later, it happened again. This time, it was maybe 75 to 100 yards up, and it was heading down. I stopped and asked RJ, or RG, if he had heard that, and he said, yeah, I heard it the first time too. Man, I can't describe it. Fight or flight kicked in, and we were in a panic. I checked on my mom and my little brother, and both were fine. I woke my little bro up and told him that he was going on, and we grabbed our rifles. I only had a 30 by 6. RG had my 20 gauge, and LB, little bro, had a .22. What kind of guns are those?
.22 is really easy to shoot. That's like a little baby boy rifle.
Oh, okay.
What were the other ones?
20 gauge. I know that's a big shotgun.
20 gauge is a big old shotgun. And what's
What's
the
it?
other one?
30 by 6.
That sounds like a 2x4, like a plank of wood.
Yeah.
They gave him a big plank of wood.
He had some wood with him.
He grabbed a
Freaking little
log.
bro, 9-year-old gets the freaking rifle.
He grabbed a
Gives
log.
his friend RJ freaking, hey man, here's a wood. Here's a big piece of wood, bro.
Here's a log.
Oh my god. We parked in the room we were in when we first heard it. When I say my heart was racing, it was during the 100-meter dash. It had beat Usain Bolt. What good wordplay. We didn't hear anything for 30 minutes. Just nothing. We had the windows open due to no AC, and we had the fans off. We started hearing a noise coming up from the woods, just walking. It sounded like something was slowly plodding down the ridge to the house. I know it was no cat. You would never hear a big cat. In fact, cougars surprised me and never heard a thing. This was big. It was making a lot of racket. We just kept sitting there, ears on alert. Scream again. This one shook our windows. Literally. Everything shook. There was nothing at that point we could have done. It was within 25 yards of our house, and we were petrified. Boo was just pacing back and forth. He wanted to get out. I didn't want him to go, and neither did LB or RG. He was our safety blanket in that moment. We decided to just hang out in there, and we started hearing the grunting. All I can say is I've heard deer in rut. This is way too guttural. This freaking feeling of dread came over all of us. We all started bawling. We legit felt like we were going to die.
Just started weeping in a circle.
They're freaking weeping, holding big old freaking shotguns.
Oh my god.
What we're gonna do, man?
We're gonna die out here.
It's freaking a deer out there, man. There ain't no deer, bro. I don't know what that is.
I heard a deer before. It didn't sound like
Yeah, I heard a deer in a middle of heat of passion, and ain't no deer make that now. Mom finally woke up and came. She was asleep and came in there. She saw us holding our guns, and she was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I put my hands up to my face.
Nothing.
Never for nothing.
Dude, they're
Mom.
talking about how loud this grunt is that's shaking the whole house and screams, and she just wakes up, just casually wakes up, walks in, and is like, "Why you guys got guns?" She seen we were crying and put my index finger to my mouth to shh. The grunting kept going, louder and louder. Then the pounding started. It wasn't hitting a tree or anything, it was hitting the ground.
This hitting the what?
The ground, sorry, I had a yawn.
So good.
Like punching the crap out of it.
Just beating up the ground.
You're freaking Donkey Konging the ground. We could feel each other hit. We could feel each hit, sorry.
Those are two very different sentences. Caleb.
I took a hit. I mean,
Oh man.
Mom said that what she heard the other night, but that she didn't think much of it. This seriously scared me. The grunting and pounding stopped. Mom decided to send Boo out. Nikki
No,
and Bella, our
don't
other
send
dogs,
Boo out.
didn't do anything. Boo was just a badass, and we were his family.
True.
He beelined it up there. That was it. We
Never
heard
saw him again.
one yelp and nothing.
Oh.
We didn't hear anything else that night. For several days, it was that way. Boo was gone, and we were all shook up. I think it was 5 or 6 days later, my stepdad went to use the outhouse, and lying next to the building was Boo. I swear on my life, that dog was literally torn apart. There were no bite marks. It wasn't a cat. He had literally been ripped from limb to limb.
Why did they let the dog out?
And that's how it ended.
Why did
Well,
they?
Well, to your point, in the comments, someone asked that, like, why would you do that to
someone
the
asked
poor
who
dog?
let the dog out.
Who let the dog out?
And the guy was like, "Listen, if my mom thought he was gonna get torn limb from limb, she wouldn't have done it. I
Okay, but in
promise
that
you."
but in that scenario, like a bunch of like scary stuff is happening, and they're just like, you know what?
You're hearing
Just let the dog out.
grunting and moaning so loud it's shaking the window of your room, and this thing
Yeah.
is screaming at you, and you're like, "Let me send the dog."
You know
out."
what? Just
Well,
send the dog out.
no, these are old hillbilly folks, hence the fact that their first response to danger was grab their rifles and
That's true.
shotguns and
Yeah,
wood.
and they have a 30-yard
So,
outhouse.
I'm assuming they have a hunting dog that would most likely be able to, go fetch whatever this
A Labrador
Well,
Yeah,
obviously
retriever.
it wasn't able to. It
Or-
yelped and died.
Or yeah, but like my point is like, if that's the case, it's like not.
It's an attack dog. It's capable.
You know, can
Well,
we just
it's like natural to like send the dog out to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
can we just like say a few words about our boy real quick and like have a moment for him? What was his name again?
Boo
Boo.
Bear.
Boo
Or
Bear.
they call him Boo for short because he loved him.
All right.
Bear in the Big Boo House.
Let's just say a few words about Boo Bear real quick. Who wants to kick it off?
I like Boo because when he got killed and dismembered, he was kind of like an action figure you could put together yourself.
I like Boo because his name scares me.
I I remember Boo. I'll always remember Boo. I'll especially remember Boo for the time he got stung by a bee.
Strong like string cheese.
So we called him Boo Bee.
I love Booby.
Did you want to do that segment just so you can make that joke?
What joke?
The booby joke?
Boobies.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe, do you want to say any special words about Boo?
I think
No,
Jonah
Jonah's
is
dead.
actually asleep. He's just laughing in his sleep.
He's making noises at the right time. Stop doing that with your eyes. It's freaking... It's hell. What are you doing?
Oh, hey, good morning, guys. I am listening to this podcast right along next to you guys. I have no idea what this one's about. Slept through this whole thing pretty much. It was really late. I mean, you can't blame me. Yeah, keep listening. Keep enjoying. We love you. Also, that's not me on guitar.
Hey, shall I read some Quora things?
Yeah, please.
All right.
What a vomit.
All right. So, I was just searching some things and stuffs about the woods and whatnot, and I found this Quora page. If you don't know what Quora is, it's just some weird forum where people ask questions and then random people answer the questions. So it's kind of like Reddit, but just a web page, and it's not as cool.
Okay.
And yeah, so the question is, why is it scary to go out into the woods at night? And I thought it was funny that someone just asked that question because I thought it was an obvious answer. So we're just going to read some of them and see what people are saying. Austin Willard Bryan, who studied computer science at University of Massachusetts, I don't know why it tells me all that, had something to say about this.
Oh, I'm excited to hear what Massachusetts has to say.
He said, "It's dark, so you can't see anything harmful coming, whether it's a dangerous animal, a criminal, a hole, the Blair Witch, etc. There's also a very big likelihood of getting lost, as it's all open area and the landmarks are likely too dark to see. The fact that it's only trees makes it all look the same. There's also no walls to hide behind or anything, so you're constantly vulnerable from almost all angles. In a hallway, there's at least only the front and back you have to worry about." I think Austin's onto something here about why the woods is scary at
I
night.
like how he just explained what it's like to be in the dark. You can't see anything.
You can't see anything.
You can't see
There
a
could be
single thing.
anything. For example, this, and this. And, you know, when you're in the woods and it's dark, there's all around you have to worry about. But when you're in a hallway and it's dark, you don't got to worry about the parts that are blocked off.
You're right, and you don't have to worry about animals. Question though, what did it say? He had a degree in something?
Yeah, he has a degree in, well, it doesn't say he has a degree. It says he studied computer science.
Oh, he quit? To
Maybe.
become a Quora guy?
Maybe.
He sent this message like mid.
It looks like Andrew
Study.
Boyd's got something
Yeah.
here as well. Andrew Boyd. It doesn't say where he studied, so obviously
Really?
he's
He's not a reliable source.
no, he's a
then.
goonie. All right.
Goonie.
Yeah. So he said the dark is scary when you're what? The dark is scary when you're your kid. As in you are kid.
Doo-doo.
I'm just gonna read it exactly how he wrote it, and y'all can interpret it however you want.
Yeah, that make it funnier.
The dark is scary when you are kid with an overactive imagination, but really it's safer at night.
What is yeah. Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
There are only a small handful of apex predators that have no regard for humans, and generally they don't share the same ecosystem with each other. Oh, he knows some knowledge. So unless you have grizzly bears, Bengal tigers, or 13-foot crocodiles occasionally tromping through your neighborhood, you're pretty safe. We're not talking about the neighborhood, we're talking about the woods, you stupid imbecile.
Yeah, my guy thought he was cute by saying that too.
Most of the animals that come out at night are much smaller and have senses adapted to nocturnal survival. Chances are they will be well aware of your presence. Oh, so basically what you're saying is the animals know we're out in the dark and vulnerable. Personally, I love being out at night. It's like a whole nother world.
I agree.
He actually put Netherworld. He spelled it Nother.
No way.
No wonder my man's doesn't have. That's why I didn't say he studies anything.
True. Everything moves
Yeah, 'cause
differently.
you couldn't get
It's
past high
quieter.
school.
Yeah, it's quieter so you can hear further than you can see. Oh my gosh, he's so stupid. What you can see is closer, so you're more aware of your immediate surroundings. People are so reliant on their eyes that in lower light environments, they seem lost. They think they need flashlights, street lamps, and they need to yell to find each other. LOL. The woods at night would do more to protect you from a psychopath than aid him in killing you. I think this dude is an imbecile.
Yo, what are you freaking talking about? What are you what is anything that he just said make any sense?
None of it made sense in my
The ability to
experience.
not hear, see, or talk to anyone makes it really hard for a serial killer to kill you.
What?
The ability for you to not be able to hear and see
The
correctly.
ability for you to not be able to serial killer, it makes everyone to hear and talk and speak to you.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying as well. Like, I'm just confused. Roger Strong here has a short post. He said, in response to why is the woods scary at night, he said, "It shouldn't be unless you can hear wolves howling. When I was a preteen, I wandered the woods until I heard my mother shout that it was time to come in, and that was the only scary sound I could hear."
Oh my god, these guys think they're cute.
He just said his mom was scary.
Why you do like a monkey, dude? What the frick? You're freaking regressing? You're de-evolving over here?
It's like I'm not a...
Listen to what John Knoll said. John Knoll said, "I didn't know that it was. Like with most things in life, people are scared of what they don't know or understand. He didn't know it was scary to go in the woods at night."
Yeah, my guy's afraid of women and sex because he doesn't understand or know a single thing about either of those topics.
Oh my God.
Anyways, what I was gonna say was I don't think I fall asleep because I remember hearing stuff.
You're like zoning.
But then once I wake up, I realize I didn't listen to a word you said, and that I definitely was asleep.
This is so funny.
So I apologize.
It's okay, man. You just missed our good horror stories.
Listen to what John Morrison said here. This is the question. What is the scariest thing you have witnessed in a forest at night? Total darkness.
That guy's so
Dude, what did I say when you're talking about like it's always gonna
What the
it's gonna be
frick?
people?
Hello.
Hey, go back.
No.
It's gonna be a bunch of
penny
trolls
hoarder.
and a couple people who really think they know what they're talking about.
I found another Quora page that might be super cool.
You know, I do funny, scary stories I can remember about hunting off the top of my head.
Yeah.
About a what?
So one of them
Hunting.
was, it was a kid talking about when he was going hunting with his dad. The kid was like 14 or something. And he rented some property from one of these guys, from this guy they knew. And it was like a gated entryway into like this woods area. So it was like all like, I don't know, what's it called when you basically like, it's almost like farming for your hunting, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's
What?
called, but
Hmm.
like they maintain the deers in the area so that when people pay to
Oh.
go hunt,
Yeah.
they know it's already there. You know?
Okay.
So it's not like free range hunting. You're going to a place that's like designated, like, hey man,
Yeah.
we have these kind of deers out here, go crazy. So
Go
they
crazy.
said they went out there and the kid was talking about the whole like first like half the day. He felt like someone was watching him the whole time.
Dude.
But he was like, well, I'm walking around with my dad and we both have guns. So he's like, I wasn't like too worried. We're on like a fenced off like area. Like I'm
Yeah.
not worried. And then when they were outside, like trying to get deeper into the woods, they saw a guy in the middle of the woods not moving. And they started screaming and yelling at him, like, because they were like, there shouldn't be a guy here. Like, why's there a guy just in the middle of the woods?
Yeah.
And they kept yelling at him and yelling at him. He wouldn't respond. So then he like just got closer and closer and closer to him, and he grabbed him, and it was a mannequin. It was a mannequin in brand new, fully clothed in brand new clothing. So then they kind of freaked out and went back to the cabin, and they found that the cabin was in disarray. And then they went and they noticed that the gate was still shut. To like get in, the only way was through the gate. So then they called up the owner, and the guy didn't know like what happened, and that's how the story ended. And it was weird because like clearly I didn't do it justice, but it was just the idea of like whatever weirdo's in there, he's in there. Like he lives in that deer sanctuary. And
Yeah,
he
that's
found a
weird.
mannequin and was trying to use it as bait to bait these two guys to go deeper and deeper in the woods.
That is weird. Why did he put the mannequin up though? Like
Debate them.
he didn't even need to know because they were going to be out of the cabin hunting anyway. That's the whole reason they're there.
Right, but that's like luring them to like a specific spot.
Well, they pulled up and he didn't do anything.
You're right,
Luring him
but it's
them
probably
to
because
his
there are two
dinner
of 'em.
table.
His dinner table. I wanted them nice and close. I don't want to spend too much time dragging them back
But
home.
it sounds like while they were at the mannequin, he was at their cabin.
Right. It was bad timing for both parties.
Oh, I see. Well, no, it was good timing for one of the parties.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the guy didn't want his kid anymore.
Oh,
You always got to think on the bright side, man. Dads secretly hate their children.
that's true.
That is true.
Yep.
Dude, there's something about the woods.
Dude, it's the woods. It's Appalachia because there's just so much unexplored stuff that it's like, man, this sucks. I wanna pull up
Yeah.
a
So,
pretty
anyways, I'll
picture.
be going on a hunting trip next month, and
Where?
just somewhere up north.
Oh, that's cool.
Cabin that my dad has the same like spot that we've gone to the past few years now. It's like a couple of cabins right on the beach, on a beach of like a lake. It's basically just surrounded by woods that are dark and scary and anonymous that have like seemingly no end, and sometimes you just see things because you're just looking into like the same trees and the same surroundings for like so long that your mind just starts playing tricks on you and you don't even know like what's real anymore.
You excited for that?
I don't know after today.
Hmm.
I think I'm
Well,
gonna
if you
be-
die, make sure you like
Document it.
document it for us.
I'll put it on the Patreon.
Hey, man, I just want to say good luck out there.
Thanks, man.
What's the name of the mountains?
I respect that.
Appalachians.
Oh,
No, just kidding. I
oh
actually
man.
The very lucrative Appalachian Mountains in Michigan.
Well,
Yeah.
so Caleb, real quick, did you want to
Podcast,
talk
left.
about like the tunnels and the Appalachian Trail and stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Okay, I will have to when we actually do this. I'll post this picture online. Okay. So they talk about that. I'll show you this map because it's actually crazy.
about
So-
what?
So first off, we have not explored. I think 90% of all cave systems is like the ocean. We just
Really?
haven't explored them because it's too dangerous to explore.
Right.
Because you just can't get in them. Look at this map. So the top part is a picture of all the different like missing person
The cave
cases.
system right now.
The missing person cases in America, and the bottom is the America's cave systems.
Dude.
This one's actually
dude.
really
Isn't that
freaky the
crazy
way it
how
lines
like
up.
perfectly they line up?
That is
Like look at everything, man. Like the way they line up is perfect.
that's
yeah.
crazy.
So for context, if just in case we forget to put this photo up, it's a photo of the map of the United States, and on the bottom map it shows a map of like, what is it, unexplored cave systems or
Just cave systems.
Just- okay,
America's
so the
largest cave systems.
yeah. So the bottom map shows the largest cave systems that are in America. It just shows all the cave systems, and then the top map shows like dots for missing person cases, and the dots basically are in the shape of all the cave systems. Like it looks like you took the cave system map, put it on the top map, and then like there's just like some extra dots sprinkled in there.
Yeah, that's what's crazy about it because like it'd be one thing if it was like it just kind of lined up every once in a while and it'd
I
be
mean,
coincidental, but
yeah.
it does. It looks like they completely copied the map
I mean,
It's
it
the
makes
cave
sense that the
people.
cave system would
because
be
even
that.
like random stuff like this, like you see this small little bit by the Dakotas.
Yeah.
It's a small little bit right there.
Yeah.
That's
It's crazy. So that's what I think a lot of like these like when they talk about disappearances or like they're talking about like random like weird things going on. I think it's just in caves. Because you say the cave systems are a huge thing with human trafficking too.
Yeah.
So the idea
I
is
mean,
that
it
you
makes
basically go up,
sense.
kidnap freaking hikers, like lone hikers in
Yeah.
the woods, freaking bring them to the caves.
Yeah, no, the caves make sense because like there's no like, it's really hard to like slip up and like, you know,
Yeah.
like you're catching people when they're alone in an isolated place where anything could go wrong. You're capturing them. You can hold them captive however long you want. And then even if they did escape, the chances of them making it back are
It's
very slim.
Yeah.
Like you have time, if they escaped and like they were gone for like an hour, you have time to find them.
Yeah. And it's untraceable too. You would have no freaking idea. You're doing all this in the middle of
Yeah.
the woods. And
Which
no
is
one,
another reason why I hate the idea of like just hiking in general and stuff. Because it's like,
it's freaky.
even if it's with a big group of people, anything can go wrong. Like, you're not going to be with people when you want to go to the bathroom and stuff. Like,
It is. It's
like
terrifying.
anything could go wrong still.
At least in this map shows that there was absolutely nothing in Michigan.
True. But then again,
So,
where
don't
is
feel
there
too freaked
hiking
out.
in Michigan? There's no mountains.
That's true. You're right.
So, yeah, that's weird. I mean, it's not weird. It makes sense, but it's like,
It's just
it's
how
creepy.
well it lines up is what's freaky about it.
Yeah, it does line up really well, which I don't like, but you know, what can you do?
We can do nothing about it because that would mean we need to like monitor case systems 24/7.
Honestly, that's probably a good idea.
Like a police force specifically dedicated to case systems.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, like with that map, those two maps right there, I feel like surely like the FBI and like police are not that stupid where they like I'm sure they're aware of this. There's no way they look at that and they're
Yeah.
like, nah, it's probably fine. Like, it's probably not the cave.
Yeah. No, one day there's gonna be like some sort of big drug bust where they do it in one of the Appalachian caves.
I don't understand why they don't like I feel like they could go to those caves now and like find something or whatever.
Yeah. No, you're right. Cause God, it's freaky, man.
It is freaky.
Because that's the thing that too why caves freak me out like the ocean. Because it's like, at least when you think about how unexplored the
unexplored.
ocean is, it's the ocean.
Yeah.
We don't have to deal with it unless we go out to sea.
And
The
nothing
caves
like
is what's below
nothing in the
us.
ocean, yeah, and nothing in the ocean can come to us. We
No,
have to
yeah.
go to it.
We're on two different things. Things in caves can come up to us.
Yeah.
Things in caves
And the
are below
things
our
in
feet.
caves are people, and people are the scariest thing.
Yeah, no, dude, these freaking Appalachian stories. I think that's also why humanoids are so freaky because it's like that really is the scariest thing that you're gonna encounter when you're in the freaking woods. It's
person.
like, yeah, like when they talk about the Appalachian things, where they talk about hikers like following them around for days and stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like that's freaky. 'Cause you're like, man, you know exactly what that guy's up to.
You don't want to be running into a person. Ever. You never want to run into people.
Strange people. But that's what's weird when people talk about like, yeah, I hiked the Appalachian Trail alone. It's like, dude.
Dude, yeah, that's so risky. Like, I understand, like that's something like some people just like are like, man, I really want to hike this thing. And like, I'm willing to do it alone, you know, like that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Just don't. Just don't do it. Like,
No.
I would say don't do it, but I understand that something like some people are just like, wow, I really want to do that. And that's fine, whatever. At least just like do it with a group of people, not just like one other person, because even that is like sketchy. Do it with other people, a group of other people, and like just don't be stupid. Like if you need to go to the bathroom, tell someone, like have someone close by, and like as stupid as it sounds, like if you're taking a crap in the woods or whatever, and like you don't have to have them by you, but like, and it might be weird to like talk to them, but talk to them.
Yeah,
Because,
have a
like,
nice little communication as you're squatting.
yeah, yeah.
It's just not worth the risk, man. You don't want to be taking
And
don't
I
wanna be
feel
taking
like
a
you
fat
all
one
like,
and randomly get kidnapped and taken to the caves.
yeah, and everyone needs to be in the same tent. That's how it has to be.
Oh yeah, one big tent.
Yeah, separate tents is a recipe for kidnappings.
You also need to put padlocks in your tents.
You also just need to not be on the trail.
That's the so funny thing about tents. They're not safe.
They're not. It's like they could just unzip your tent and come in. There's nothing protecting you in there.
Maybe we're just scared city boys, but the idea of camping and hiking and all that stuff terrifies me.
No, like it doesn't like going to a campground to camp. That's not that big a deal to me. Like I don't care that much. I
There's
mean,
just
it's
too
still,
many
but like doing it
factors.
like in the woods and not on a campground is like,
Well, especially for that one guy that was like, I went 8 miles away from all civilization, and it's like, dude, what?
that's what I'm saying. I just don't understand people, dude. There's some people who like fear is a good thing to have because there is a reason to be afraid. It's not like an unprecedented thing that's like, oh, I shouldn't be afraid. I shouldn't, you know, I'm 8 miles deep in the forest, completely lost, could be killed at any moment, and it's dark out. But I shouldn't be afraid right now.
There's
I mean,
nothing to fear but
there's
fear
nothing to be
itself.
afraid right now. I'm perfectly fine. No,
Yeah.
you're a stupid idiot. There's lots of things to be afraid of.
There's so many things.
Don't ever go in the woods like that again. Get out immediately.
We're saying this out of love because we love you guys.
That's
and we
the
don't
real
want
reason
you
we're
to
saying. We're not
die
saying
in a forest.
Yeah, we're not saying this because we hate any of you people that want to go like on the Appalachian Trail, and we don't just think, oh, you should give up on your dream and die. But no, we're saying this out of love for you. We don't
We're
want you to
trying-
die on the
We're
Appalachian Trail.
trying to keep you alive, all right?
If you go to the Appalachian Trail, you are going to die.
No, it's statistical fact. 99% of all people who go on the Appalachian Trail will die.
I'm pretty sure 100% of people who go on the Appalachian Trail will die.
One person to choose morality or immortality.
Maybe the Fountain of Youth is in the Appalachian Trail, and that's why people go.
It's in the cave systems.
Dude, the cave systems is freaky.
Maybe that's where the Garden of Eden is.
The worst part about it is that I kind of want to explore the cave systems.
No, you don't. Have you seen videos of people doing cave dives?
No, I don't want to do cave
Dude, it's
dives.
horrifying.
No, I like the idea. I like being like going in caves and stuff. I think it's really cool. I don't like being in like tight caves.
Yeah.
I like being in like, caves where there's at least some room.
Yeah, like the Kentucky ones. I don't know what they're called, but they have massive cave systems in Kentucky.
I don't think I've been in any of those. The only time I've ever been in a cave, I was on a school field trip, and we went somewhere, and it was like this old mine place, and we went down. We were in a cave, and we went down into the cave, and we looked at some stalactites and stalagmites, and we had to watch our head when we went down.
I remember that. I think I went on the same field trip.
Yeah, not at the same time.
Well, not, yeah. You know what I mean, though.
It would have been 3 years separate.
We can go to the Detroit salt mines. I think they do tours.
Oh, we should do that.
They're massive.
I used to have this recurring dream as a kid where my family and I were in this like cave doing like a tour, and there was like this one part where the cave there's like a drop off, but there's like railing, and I had fallen like past the railing way down, and there was just no way at all for anyone to come get me.
Well, sure,
Oh,
they
that's
just drop a
freaky,
rope
dude.
for you.
Well, with
You
my
know, you
little
didn't hear
kid
him say it.
imagination, I couldn't dream of that, I guess. I don't know.
Clark, you clearly didn't hear him say when he said there was no way.
No way.
No way at
Well, it
all.
was just a dream, so just like wake up and you're out.
Well, I guess eventually I did, with me being here and all.
Yeah.
After 15 minutes of in-dream time with him being stuck in an inescapable cave, he finally woke up.
I like to think we go to the salt mines in Detroit, and it's just like his dream, and he falls past the railing,
And we leave him.
and we leave him.
That's why there's no way out. We just leave him. Don't tell anyone he's down there.
Dude, that'd be so rough.
We're letting his dreams come true.
It's true, we would be letting his dream come true. I don't know if he wants that one to come true. That's such a bad one to come true.
Don't know if I want that one to come true. I think you know I don't want that one to come true.
Well, you might. I mean, it could be fun.
I might want to be.
Maybe you're just tired of him.
I might want to become a cave hermit.
True.
Yeah, cave goblin.
Yeah, a little grimbly.
A little grumbly boy.
Grimbly.
I can't wait to become a little grumbly boy in the caves.
I can't wait to steal people's socks and lick their toes as they walk through the mines.
Oh gosh, salty.
There's nothing saltier in these mines than these toes.
Oh gosh. It's so
And it's
disgusting.
a salt mine. I know a thing too about salt, but baby, your toes are. Oh, your toes outweigh them all. I'll match them all. Oh,
This is
God.
getting too real. I'm uncomfortable.
The way your toes.
I'm putting my
taste.
socks back on.
I am uncomfortable at the moment.
No, I need to do research, Carter.
Huh?
Take it back off.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You want to end us with a question, Caleb? A fun and fresh one.
Okay. What kind of question do you want, though?
Oh, just one of your Caleb questions you ask.
Okay. If you had to fight a shark or a bear, what would you rather fight? A grizzly bear. I'll
I'd
start the fight.
rather fight a Shark.
You say bear, you say shark?
Yeah, what's your answer?
No, I'd rather fight a shark because I know, like,
He said a shark because Wally changed his answer because he heard me say it. What would you do,
yeah,
Caleb?
that's it.
Shark, you're a survivor shark.
Yeah, so I know what to do in the case of a shark.
Yeah, right.
Sharks are much. I feel like sharks are easier to. They're usually like less aggressive.
Yeah, they got
You
a
know.
limited energy. They can't waste it on something that's gonna put up a fight.
Well, I
And they
also
normally
know-
they don't go for humans. Like the only time they really go for humans is when like they think you're a seal.
Yeah, but this one's going for you. Like this one's like, you know what? I'm gonna test this out.
Yeah. So if a shark's swimming at you, I've seen this in a video before. If a shark's swimming at you, what you want to do is move yourself to the side. Like put your hand out, put it on the nose of the shark if you can. Like obviously if they're going slow enough, hand on the nose of the shark, push
flip
down.
the shark around and say, "Get rotated, scrub."
No, you push the
I'm about to pop a
shark
90
down.
on you.
You push the shark down by the nose, and then you like move to the side as you do it, so it like redirects them. And if that doesn't work, their nose and their eyes are sensitive.
And their
Bite his eyeball.
gills. Dude, I'll shove my hand up a
What
gill.
lick is that?
Yeah, and the other thing too is that if a shark bite would be cool, a cool scar and story. to
Yeah,
have.
that's a bite straight through your leg.
And,
And,
I,
you come
I,
back.
would, I would argue that a bear like claw mark would be just as cool a scar as a
No, but
shark
here's the
bite.
thing: when the bear attacks
Yeah,
you,
true.
it's gonna be biting and clawing you, and it's just gonna be
You're not gonna
gaping
survive a
wounds.
grizzly.
You're
If
not
a
gonna
grizzly
survive
bear
it.
attacks you,
It's
you're
gonna
not
rip-
gonna survive.
It's gonna rip you apart. It's gonna rip you apart.
People have survived great white
When-
shark attacks.
When
People do
grizzlies
not
attack,
survive
well, I
grizzlies.
actually don't remember if this is grizzlies or regular. I think it applies for like all like aggressive bears, but you're supposed to just like curl up in a ball on the ground and like, cause they don't actually want
Yeah,
to
that's
eat you. They
grizzlies,
just
yeah.
want to like get rid of the threat or whatever.
Yeah.
So they just want to attack you. So if you're supposed to like curl up in a ball and just not
I've
don't
heard
move
the
or
complete
do
opposite.
anything.
You're supposed to make yourself look
That's
big.
black bears.
No, that's a black bear. Which
Black
is scared,
bears
which
you
is
try to
scared
scare
of you.
away. Grizzly bears are going to attack you, so you're
Right.
just trying to keep yourself alive.
Play
Which is a
dead.
terrifying thought, because when you think about black bears, you're like, man, you have a solution, which is try to get big, try to get loud. Grizzly
Yeah.
bears just like cover your vital organs because this guy's gonna start ripping you apart until he thinks you're cool, and then he's gonna walk away. But yeah, but that's why I think sharks are better, because sharks there's actually like a game plan you can put towards it.
Plot twist. Outrun your friends. Let the bear eat your friends.
Oh, if
That's
you're in a
all.
group, for sure, trip one person.
Like if you're in a group in water, it's like a lot harder to like
Here's what I'm thinking.
organize like running away from or swimming away from a shark or like fighting
Yeah.
it, you know.
In the event that you're with a group of friends, right? And a grizzly bear comes and he's gonna attack you guys. Can you live with yourself if you tripped your friend?
No, but if I outran my friend, yes.
Okay. Like in that actual scenario, one, do you think you're tripping your friend? And two, would you be able to live with yourself if you tripped your friend, let them die a gruesome death, all because you didn't want to just try and run and both survive? Could you
This
live
is
with
the
yourself?
false scenario because
No, I'm
I
asking.
would always be prepared in this situation if I know I'm in grizzly bear territory. I would always be armed.
No, you don't know in this scenario.
For some reason, that made me really irritated.
Yeah.
I will say though, you're right though. If I tripped my friend, I wouldn't be able to live with it.
Yeah,
I would just want a
wouldn't
fair
trip my
race.
friend.
Here's the thing: is that I wouldn't trip my friend. Like in that scenario, I don't know what I would probably run, to be honest with you, but I don't think I could trip my friend.
That's a terror. It's the thing with the freezing.
Here's the
thing,
other
like,
question: what would
I-
you do if you started to run, and just heard the grizzly bear like start, like get to your friend,
Can't
and then
this
just
guy
start?
friend
clock
screaming.
like what is it, 20 to 40?
Well, I'm
in
just
bursts?
curious. What would you do if you just heard your friend screaming in pain as a grizzly bear was
You
ripping
keep
him out
going.
as you were running? What would you
I
do?
would. I would turn around. I'll keep going.
Yeah, you just
I feel
really
like it'd be
have
worse.
to like.
But no, I'm saying, what would you do in that scenario? I know what you should do.
Well,
I'm
that's
saying,
what
what
I'm
would you
saying.
do?
Like what would I do is
What would
like
you do?
Keep running.
You wouldn't
yeah,
turn around
you
at all.
Don't turn back.
You wouldn't look back.
No, because bears can fight off like whole packs of wolves. Like you're not gonna help your friend. As soon as that grizzly bear locked in on you, it was game over, man. Like it really was. You already lost. You lost before the battle started.
Here's the better question: if you and your friend find a shark, are you really gonna trip your friend?
You can't in the water.
No, if a shark came at, you two can fight it because a shark wants to go away.
You just keep rotating.
No.
You get on both sides and keep rotating it
But
around
actually,
until
though-
it gets dizzy and throws up.
Exactly.
A shark
And sharks
is-
have weak points.
A shark is technically harder to fight because it is way faster than you in the water.
It
Right.
is, but the thing is that it has to charge headlong into you.
I
It
mean,
does.
And then the
bears are-
only thing you can do is bite. So you
The thing is that
automatically
it's
know.
hard to like dodge though.
No, I get that, but if the thing grabs your arm,
But if you're,
then all
if
you have to do is
you're-
go for nose, eyes, or gill, which are all in the same vicinity.
That's true. No, if it goes for your arm, it's ripping your arm off. Just
But
so you know.
relatively
Oh, yeah.
speaking, a bear would be just as just the same amount faster on land as like a shark is in water.
It would.
Yeah,
And the
but you
problem with
have
the
more
bears,
maneuverability.
there's no weak spot.
True.
You got
You
eyes.
just Dark Souls roll around him
Yeah.
until
You're
he gets
parrying
sick of
him?
you.
Well, that's the thing too with bears. Is that
Bears
they only
are-
have eyes, but they're on these smaller eyes too.
Who?
Yeah, but they have
Bears.
but their eyes are like
They're
I don't
in,
know. They're
aren't
just
they?
much more coordinated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no weak point to a bear.
Bears are scary.
Like you're not gonna be able to grab like a freaking like a shark can grab the
his
gills.
balls. Kick
No.
him in the ball.
If a bear starts ripping into you, there's nowhere you're gonna hit that bear that's gonna make
You're
it.
not
back
slowing
off.
it down. That's what I'm saying. Once that bear decides like I'm attacking, it's just free. It's just running.
You're done.
Also, bears have a bite force of like, I think it's like 700 or something.
They can bite right through your
A
freaking
human
arm, dude.
bite force is like 40 pounds or something.
How would you feel getting put in a death roll by a crocodile?
Oh my god, that honestly probably be the most horrific way of all the animal attacks to go.
You're not necessarily gonna die from it.
I think the two
If
worst.
they
is-
bite your arm, they're just you wouldn't
yeah,
necessarily.
but don't
die
they
from it.
always go for the neck?
A grizzly bear bite
always.
force is a force of 1200 psi.
Yeah, I know what that is.
That is insane.
That's crazy.
That-
That's like that's like
that's biting
bone
through your arm
crushing.
in half.
that's me when I'm like gripping my mouse playing Valorant. I think right.
Oh my god, no way, no freaking way!
Now, what a
All
crocodile.
these dead people who got killed by grizzly bears just got compared to you playing Valorant. They're freaking shaking in their graves right now.
No, I actually watched a video one time of it was like, you know, one of them wildlife type trainers like Steve Irwin, and a crocodile bit their arm and put them in a death roll. But I mean, normally in a death roll you're okay if you have to roll with it is the problem.
Just
Oh
roll with it.
god.
No, that's the problem. No, you
Yeah.
actually like that's the only way. Otherwise, whatever they have grabbed is getting ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
And like even if you roll with it, you need to like have someone there to help you. Because you're not getting out of that bite. It will clamp on and it will like hold on.
Yeah,
for-
it doesn't. The
It will-
jaws can
they will-
lock.
they
The
will
jaws can
keep-
lock.
yeah,
It
they
doesn't
will
take
keep
any
rolling.
effort out of its
Is this a crocodile or a alligator?
crocodiles.
they can-
Crocodiles do death rolls.
Crocodile has a. Oh wait,
it's a
a
big
bite force of 3,700.
Yeah, it's bigger than a grizzly.
That is.
No,
wild.
they 'cause
Horrifying.
they can snap their jaws right now. What they do is normally they'll snap their jaw and then they'll immediately just start rolling.
So
Because their goal is to
Yeah.
bite and then just like twist the limb so it rips it off.
Yeah.
Or like if they like go for like the neck or whatever, like it's not always just used on humans, it's used on other stuff too.
Yeah, they do it to hippos.
Yeah. They bite and then they immediately go for as much like tearing
for it.
as they can.
It's disgusting to think about.
Well, I mean, it's how they have
What
to
was
do it.
what was it? It was death roll and I think death roll would be one of the worst ways to die by animal.
I think
But
so.
you know
too.
what would be a horrible way too? So I believe that nature's main killing machine is the Komodo dragon.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Those freaking giant razor sharp things, the most like
Yeah.
potent venom.
Yeah.
So what it does is when it hits you with it, it completely paralyzes your body, but you can still feel,
Oh,
and it disembowels you, and then slowly eats away at your organs over
Wait.
time
what is this?
why does
Komodo
it disembowel you?
Oh yeah.
Why does it disembowel
to get
you?
out your organs. Like it wants out your organs. So you're
Hmm.
completely paralyzed, unable to move, but you can feel as this thing rips you open your stomach and then starts eating away your organs, and you can't do anything because your body's like freaking unable to clot. It's
That's so weird that
It's a
it like
homeotoxic thing.
that's so weird that it paralyzes, but you can't like you can still fully aware of everything and feel.
yeah, that's what it does. It paralyzes you, and then it makes where your blood you're unable to clot blood, so you can't you can barely do anything as this thing just starts eating away at your insides, and you're just kind of like, oh,
That is crazy.
it's horrifying. Those things are cool. You know what's crazy about them too?
What?
The reason why they're so dangerous to humans, they're kill for sport.
Oh yeah.
they eat their own young, so only the strongest can survive.
Oh my gosh.
And they have been recorded to attack water buffaloes, and kill
What
water
the
buffaloes
frick?
just for the heck of it.
Because why not?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you threw them in like a cage with like a lion or a hippo, they'll
Yeah.
freaking kill those things, and they won't care.
Yeah.
They're horrifying creatures.
Just animals in general are terrifying.
I hate animals.
Same. We got really off topic from that last question, but it was good. It was good
It's a
talk.
good way to
I
end
think our
it.
next podcast should be all about animals.
I want
Maybe.
to talk about why I hate animals, and I like to eat so much meat every day to make them realize like I am better than you.
Anyway, guys.
I like birds though.
Anyway, guys. We're at the end of the podcast here.
Wait, why don't we
Yeah.
wake him up to the outro?
No, it's fine. Just
No, I think we should wake him up and
No, we'll wake him up after.
Okay,
he's finished,
okay.
And we'll let him say something. Anyway, guys, we're at the end of the podcast here. I'm sure you noticed that at least one of the voices has dropped out as time went on, and that is because it is 3:45 in the morning at the time of recording this, and let's just say Big Mike is out for the count. I mean, I don't know what to say. He's gone. He had a cookie. He had 2 cookies. He had some Pepsi. What can you do? Honestly?
You're talking about him like he's a 4-year-old, but it's so funny because he's in a
He's,
bright blue shirt and he's passed out on the couch.
he's so peaceful right now that I don't want to wake him, so I'm just gonna do the outro without him. No, that was fine. Sorry, you guys probably didn't hear that, but something just like creaked so loud in my
Something went
basement.
bump in the night, my guy.
Yeah. What was that?
Dude,
That was him. That was him shifting his feet.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, we we talked about mostly the woods, I think. I mean, a little bit of the mountains, but it was the
Yeah.
Appalachian Trail, which is the woods. And I mean, it was really enjoyable. I don't know about you guys. I mean, the stories we told, pretty spooky stuff. I mean, it might have seemed like our energy was a bit lower today, guys, but maybe it's because it's like 2 in the morning the whole time.
Yeah, hey man, this was an experiment, and I think you guys liked it.
You know what? I think you guys are gonna enjoy this because you know what? We just don't think, and that makes it even better. And yeah, like it was enjoyable. Carter won't stop messing with his water bottle and pillows, so there's probably a bunch of background noise the whole time.
Yeah, we all had our own little quirks this episode.
Yeah, like Jonah sleeps. Noah won't shut the frick up.
Skibby.
Caleb's Caleb.
Uh,
And I was normal this episode just for you guys.
Okay, let me just say that everyone had a quirk. Like he's making noise, he's sleeping. My quirk is that of myself.
Yeah, that's a cool quirk.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
So what's wrong with you? Oh, just you. Just you in general.
literally everything.
Everything. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if it seems like we were a little low energy. I mean, we are a little low energy, but we're still just as into it.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I seem a little low energy.
I mean, I don't think we were. We were kind of
Yeah.
slap happy the whole time.
We're not experts, but being tired is real.
But we are.
I mean,
slap
well,
happy.
we were just being mellow for the good part. Oh, you're awake. You have anything to say? It's the outro.
Finally, you're awake.
It's the outro, dude. Yeah,
Oh.
it's almost 4.
You're finally awake.
3:46.
It's the
Yeah,
outro, man.
Do you want to say something to them?
My
It's the outro.
eyes feel like they went, like my eyelids feel like they were inside out.
What do you want these guys to know
Like
for next time?
like when I just woke up, my eyes felt like they kept peeling open.
Well, you heard it here first, guys. Real quick, I just want to say we're really glad that you guys listen to the whole podcast. We want you guys to give the podcast a rating, if you will, 5 stars if you enjoyed. We also want you guys to check out our We're Not Experts YouTube channel because we're gonna have videos coming out on there soon. Heck, we have a couple videos out now. They're short videos. We might have some videos out by the time this is up, but I don't know for sure. So we will see. But just like go subscribe because we're going to have cool stuff on there. And if you're enjoying listening to us on the podcast, you're going to enjoy watching us in person.
Yeah.
in our prime. We've got some great stuff there. And yeah, like I don't know what else to say, honestly.
If you think our voices are sexy, Wait till you see our faces now.
That might have been the nap I
Bodies.
needed. I feel good.
What are you talking about?
You ready to record a podcast?
Dude,
You guys want to record another?
I don't like how you
podcast?
all just came out with energy like we're gonna do it again.
You know what? You guys want to go again?
Guys.
it's like I'm literally when I listen to this podcast in like 2 weeks or whenever it is,
You're gonna
it's
hear a
gonna
lot
be
of
a
stuff.
brand new podcast for me.
It is.
You
I,
made
like,
it. You made it really
rejuvenated.
far through, man. You only fell asleep the last like what, 30 minutes, maybe less,
Really? God bless me.
maybe more. I know he made
It was at least 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do remember that being at least
Yeah, you
14
you saw the
last
witching
time I
hour.
looked over
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I did wake up and I looked at my phone like, oh, it's the witching hour.
And then
Yeah.
passed
And then
out.
like an hour and a
You know
or,
how
like a half
terrifying you
hour
were because
passed.
you kept like shifting and opening your eyes to just blink white
really?
eyes because you were still like actually in REM.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Hopefully. I mean, I'm assuming things, but I'm assuming you did enjoy. Anyway, guys. Bye.
Did it get scary?
I love you. Goodbye.
Oh, bye.
This is the end of the We're Not Experts podcast. I hope you guys enjoy yourself, and we'll see you again next week. I will be seeing you guys tonight since I do live under your bed, and you guys won't be seeing me because that's how this whole monster thing works. Make sure you come hang out with us again next Friday on the We're Not Experts podcast. Bye-bye.